But I literally felt like I was going crazy with the tinnitus. It was nonstop all the time. And then one of the scenes in The Sound of Metal that like I really got emotional at is when he finally gets his cochlear implants. He's able to hear, and like nothing sounds the same,
and it sucks. Yeah.
And it's kind of that tinny.
Dude, that scene. Shout out to Riz Ahmed for acting in that scene, because his
facial fucking expression when he first can hear it, and it's like it's not the same thing.
Yeah, but it's even better than that, because like the way that it's played is like you're waiting for that payoff where he's gonna be like, everything's back to normal, and then it's not.
Yeah.
And like it just lingers on his face, and you see like the joy, like you see the hope kind of dwindling.
That is kind of, that's how I felt exactly when I got my hearing aids. When I first got my hearing aids, they don't sound like this. It doesn't sound like this anymore because I kind of got used to it. But that tinny, that static sound that you hear in the movie, that's exactly how I sounded.
That bad?
Similar.
Damn.
And I was like, everything sounds like static. I was explaining to the hearing aids woman, and she was explaining like, that will go away. You're hearing sounds that your brain is not used to hearing, and that's why it sounds weird.
So is it really going away, or are you getting used to it?
I don't know if I don't know if it went away or if I went used to it, and now that's just how I think it normally sound normally is. But like, I do not hear that tinny anymore. Okay. Like things used to, when I first got them, maybe like after a month and a half, it got totally back to normal. But there was a while where like things sounded really staticky and really tinny, because those higher frequencies, my brain was not used to hearing. And suddenly I could hear all these sounds differently. I remember it did get like improved so much, and now it's like I prefer wearing my hearing aids so much better than having them out. But when I first got them, I almost didn't like wearing them because it was like a trade-off. I mean, the tinnitus was so bad, but also the tinniness was like so annoying.
Fuck, man. I didn't know it was that fucked up.
But then after a while, like the tinny and the static, it kind of goes away. And I remember like after that, it was great. For maybe like the first half a year after I got my hearing aids, one of my favorite things to do was to like listen to a song that I've heard 100 times before that now just sounded so much better. Of like Sublime's What I Got. I remember like that's my favorite song, and there was just
that's your all-time favorite
that's
song.
My all-time favorite song. And I remember when I heard it for the first time with my hearing aids in, with so much more information to the song that I was not getting before. That became one of my favorite things, was to like listen to music with my hearing aids on.
If you put earpods in, what do you hear?
I don't really.
Because is it bypassing the hearing aids if it's going right there, or the hearing aids?
I take my hearing aids out
if you listen on.
If I have the things that cover it.
Yeah.
Because everything's so close and so proximate.
What if it's the ones that go inside that you still take them out?
Yeah, well, I can't really wear the hearing aids and the ones that go in my ear.
Yeah.
And if they're the ones that cover your ears, like all you hear is static.
If you have them in.
Yeah, just because like everything's so close to them, like everything's bouncing out off each other. I remember when the tinnitus was like really bad, I would like stay up late and like I'd be like I'm living in a fucking nightmare because it was so fucking bad. Like there were nights where I couldn't sleep because it would just keep me up.
What was the worst, like college?
Probably right after college. high school was when like I started having it, but it would go away. Maybe halfway through college was when I started hearing it like every second of every day. And then right after college was when it really got bad.
Would drinking like have any effect on it?
Drinking made it worse, but
Really?
I think kind of being hungover makes your ears kind of ring naturally, even if you don't have tinnitus.
Really?
That's at least what I've heard. But yeah, I mean, that was the thing. I don't really have it. The tinnitus never really plays like a. Tinnitus never really plays like a role in the movie.
Well, it does in the beginning. Cause
it does in the beginning.
that sound is very recognizable. That's the sound that I get. Thankfully, not much.